Hi there, Dr. Gary here on the road. We sell dental practices nationwide. We have breaking news. Now, two buyers on two deals made a huge mistake. Let's get into what happened. Before we do that, as you know, we are dental practice brokers, and we're doing this on a nationwide basis, over 20 states. We have currently 10 employees, including 2 CPA accountants, marketing director, operations director, and development acquisition team. So we are growing and we are excited. Now, all the information you're about to hear is for entertainment purposes. It is not for legal or business advice. You can now reach us at 201-663-0935 or dentalpracticeguide.com or nationwidedentalpracticebrokers.com. All the information is there. We work every day except Christmas and Easter. 8 a.m. East Coast time till 9 p.m. You can always reach us. Just give us a call. We'll be available for you. Now, we want you to know that if you're thinking about selling to a DSO, definitely call us right away, because we know what's going on with them. In fact, wait till you hear some things in a few. I'm going to give another tape in a couple minutes. What's going on with some of the DSOs. We're on the inside track. We get information you will never hear about some DSOs closing up offices. You don't hear about it. Other problems too. So we know the inside track of the DSOs. We get the same commission. Now, often when we work with DSOs, they will pay our commission. No commission to the seller often, based on criteria. And when you sign up with us to sell your practice, we will reimburse your legal fees upon successful closing, based on certain criteria. So we'll reimburse your legal fees based on certain criteria. But that's worked out quite well too. We've done that multiple times. So we're here to help you. Now let's get into what's happening. All right, scenario number one. Buyer had been looking in a certain region for a fee-for-service practice. Very excited to buy it. That was the criteria. And practice grossing over $700,000. So we found the practice for them grossing over $700,000 in a great area that they wanted to be, and it was fee for service. So we assumed this practice had everything he wanted. As we got into it deeper and deeper, the buyer comes in with the spouse, and because it didn't have 5 operatories, it had about 3.5, 4. They said it doesn't meet my criteria. I actually want 6 operatories. Maybe I'll settle for 5. But this practice only had 4 operatories. I said, well, you've got to be kidding me. Because you're missing 1 operatory? If you change your schedule around, the majority of offices are 3-4 operatories. It's hard to find a 5th operatory. And I said, for me to find you another deal in the area you want to be, that's fee for service, you want to be in this area, grossing over $700,000. I mean, that's a challenging number. I don't know how long. It could take you 2-3 years to find that. The spouse decided, and the doctor decided, it will limit our growth, because I'm used to using 6 operatories now and having the freedom in a DSO. I said, I think you're making a huge mistake. And it was, because what happened, we have another letter of intent that came in right after that, doctor. So that deal, it should close. That deal is disappearing. So now the doctor that bypassed this deal is calling me again. What other deals do you have? And I explained, I don't have anything close to that for what your criteria is. And they responded, well, I must have at least 5 operatories. I said, I understand. I understand you want to be in that area. You want over 700,000. You want fee for service. I said, I can't supply that. Right now, I don't have it. You're going to have to wait. So they walked away from a great opportunity because it was missing 1 operatory, and the spouse said it will limit our growth. This is what you're dealing with. Scenario number 2. Buyer wants to be in a major metropolitan area, major city, around the United States. Buyer wants almost all fee for service, so some out-of-network benefits, okay? Buyer wants high-end dentistry, wants minimum of 5, 6 operatories, that range, somewhere around there. But wants that exclusive address, wants to be an exclusive part of the city, wants high-end, wants fee for service mostly, and maybe some out-of-network benefits, and practice has to be, and have the look that they need. Has to have the look. Now, mind you, it's the second practice for the doctor. I understand that. So we bring the doctor in, and they're excited, looking around. Now, the office had already been updated. The doctor had bought it from somebody else. The office was updated. Beautiful high ceilings and all that. It already had CAT scan, digital x-rays, computerized records, computerized software. All right? So you have your basics that everybody needs. Digital x-rays, computerized, CAT scan, and scanners. Right? And that's pretty much it. As far as technology goes, that it would meet the minimum level of the average buyer. Minimum level. So, buyer, we had a good meeting. Buyer calls the next day, well, I got to renovate. I said, well, wait a minute now. This has everything you need, and I realize some of the furnishings are a little tired, and the equipment for the chairs is a little bit older, but it's reasonable. You could certainly work on it without any problem whatsoever. Close on a Tuesday, you could work on this on a Wednesday. So what's the problem? They said, oh, I've got to update everything. I've got to completely do the reception area, completely do the business area, completely do the bathrooms. I said, well, this practice is grossing over 1.7 million. And for some reason, those patients have accommodated the older looking bathroom, the older looking reception area, the older looking business area. They've adapted to it. And they're producing over 1.7 million. Why do you have to radically change everything? And the doctor's not financing. The doctor's not advertising. The seller. I said, you should be putting your money into marketing, advertising, website, etc. Get more patients in here. And yes, this is a high-end clientele. I don't know if you should be changing all the furnishings immediately. Maybe change it slowly. Maybe change the carpeting. Maybe change a lamp. Maybe change something at the front desk. Maybe change the artwork. Ease it in. Just ease them into it. Don't forget, grossing over 1.7 million the way it looks, must be doing something right. I'm saying don't dump your money into immediately massive renovations. Like, this doctor can't function without these renovations. But wait a minute. You have digital x-rays. You have scanners. You have CAT scan. You have computerized records. You have computerized software. I mean, what are you talking about that you can't adapt? That everything has to change? You get into this thing of like, it doesn't meet your style. And I understand that, but your style may not really be the patient's style. Your style may be what works for you. That doesn't mean it's going to work for the patient. And I don't think it's a good idea with an established client to radically change everything immediately. Yes, change it over time. But, you want to get a feel for things. Get comfortable. That old-time furniture that may be 40 years old, it looks a little hokey, but it was well made. You sit on that cushion, it's well supported. Not like the junk you make today that's flashy, it looks good, blah, blah, It's just Just sit back. Don't make this mistake. So we'll see what happens. They're so focused on renovations, I think it's going to affect them greatly. Anyway, so those are two errors, two big mistakes buyers are making. Hopefully you'll learn from that. We've been doing this for 13 years. We're here to share the information with you. Now, we are getting these, I've been under the weather for a little while, so we've been constantly making, I think we're at over 400 videos now, I think. I'm excited about that. We're leaving for Australia soon for our cruise trip. So we're going to have another cruise, I think, next January or so. So get ready for that. Maybe we'll do the Caribbean or something. I love the cruises. I'm like crazy about them. And I love lecturing. We've got a few people. It's going to be exciting. Going up the coast of Australia to the Great Barrier Reef. Oh, I'm in my element. I love being at sea. I love cruising. And I love buffets. So I want you to get on it and join this with us next time. It's going to be great. Now, we're still, the trip is still on. For this, you can still get in, but you make sure your passport is doesn't expire in less than 6 months. And let's see if we can put this together. We're going to have a blast. Leaving on these, ship leaves on the 12th of January to the 19th. Royal Caribbean on the Quantum. I mean, forget it. It's going to be unbelievable. There's still time. The Australian people or Europeans have to go through we have a different booking, or the others go through Hard Travel. It's on our website. We just did a flyer on this. But come with us. We're going to have so much fun. And there's still time. We're leaving in about a month. And there's still time if you want to go. But you got to remember, it takes 2 days to travel to Australia because you cross the international date line. So anyway, if you like what you're hearing, hit the subscribe button so you get updated with everything else. These things will be coming out constantly, these YouTube videos, okay? And a variety of topics. I believe at this point, there's no one in the country that has as many YouTube videos as we do. So we're going to keep pumping it out. Now, we've also started our search engine optimization in every state that we operate in. To be over 20 states, we're doing specific search engine optimization. That's going to help us bring more sellers in and new buyers. You're going to have more stock. So we just try to keep you on the cutting edge. We are excited. We enjoy what we're doing. And we hope to be not retired for a very long time. I'm having too much fun. I'll see you now. Bye now.